Do you ever worry that your business emails don't sound professional? Well, keep watching because this video is for you. Hello, it's Mark from Britsend. One of the simplest ways to improve the clarity and formality of your emails is by using precise language. A common issue many people face is overusing the word about in professional communication. Although about is widely understood, it can sometimes sound too casual in business settings. Instead, there are several alternatives that can enhance the professionalism of your writing. In this video, we're going to look at some of the best options and how to use them effectively. First of all, let's focus on improving this example sentence. I'm emailing you about the meeting schedule. This would likely be the opening sentence of your email, introducing its main topic. While the meaning of this sentence is clear enough, it just sounds a little too casual. So, what can we use instead? Regarding. Regarding is a direct and formal way to introduce the subject of your email. It is a great alternative to about because it is widely accepted in business English and sounds polished without being overly complex. So instead of I'm emailing you about the meeting schedule, we could simply substitute about for regarding. I'm emailing you regarding the meeting schedule. Here is another example. I'm writing regarding your recent inquiry. In regard to, with regard to. These expressions mean the same as regarding, but sound even more formal. You can use them interchangeably. I'm emailing you in regard to the meeting schedule. I'm emailing you with regard to the meeting schedule. Many people mistakenly use in regards to and with regards to, adding an S to regard. However, these are traditionally considered incorrect in formal writing. I would therefore advise you to stick with in regard to and with regard to in order to maintain a professional tone. Each of these alternatives to about, regarding, in regard to and with regard to can also be used to shift to a new topic within the email. When you need to change the subject or introduce a subtopic, these same phrases can be placed at the start of a sentence, usually beginning a new paragraph. For example, regarding last week's minutes, we need to follow up on the action points discussed. In regard to the client feedback, we are working on implementing the suggested changes. With regard to the budget, please let me know if you need a breakdown of the costs. In addition to these, here are some more alternatives commonly used to shift to a new topic in this way. In terms of. In terms of is useful when discussing specific aspects or criteria related to a topic. It's particularly helpful when breaking down multiple factors when explaining something. For example, in terms of our marketing strategy, we may want to focus on digital campaigns. As far as and as to. These phrases work well when introducing a particular aspect of a broader topic. As far as introduces a scope or limitation, often implying a degree of certainty or completeness, while as to is used to refer to a specific detail or point. For example, as far as the budget is concerned, we are still waiting for final approval. As to your question about deadlines, we expect to finish by the end of the month. As regards. As regards can also be a transition phrase, directly introducing a particular subject matter. However, it is important to note that unlike in regard to and with regard to, here we do add the S to the end of the word. Another important difference is that as regards does not require an additional preposition to connect to the subject matter. So we may choose to write in regard to the client feedback, or we could also say as regards the client feedback. In relation to. Finally, in relation to is slightly more formal and works well when referring to specific issues, documents or discussions, especially in financial or legal contexts. For example, in relation to the recent policy update, we need to ensure all teams are aligned with the new guidelines. In this video, we've explored using various alternatives to about for use as introductory and transition phrases. Choosing the right alternative to about can make a big difference to how professional and polished your emails sound. Here's a quick recap. Our introductory and transition phrases were regarding, used for a direct and professional tone. In regard to, with regard to, used for formal business communication, but avoid adding the S. And our additional transition phrases were in terms of, used when referring to specific aspects or criteria. As far as to, and as regards, used when introducing specific points of concern or focus. In relation to, used when linking different ideas or discussing comparisons. Next time you're writing an email, try substituting about for one of these alternatives. You'll notice the difference in how professional and precise your writing sounds. And more importantly, so will your colleagues and clients. Okay, that's all from me. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on polite and natural English. And don't forget to check out our other videos on common English expressions. See you next time.